Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place.
Hello again, and welcome back to Flannel Day Gaming. Tonight we're jumping back into the Isle. Beautiful and wonderful game that it is. Game's still loading in, but yeah. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on the bell, link below for Discord, tips, tricks. Always welcome if you want to game with me. That's where you're going to find me. And if you're feeling frisky, if you're feeling froggy, hit the join button. Love to have you part of the Flannel crew. Let's go get some water, I guess. There's a deer right there. I don't know if it's any good. Was just playing. So I'm guessing that deer is the one that I unalived. We're going to leave it though, just in case it's rotten, because I can't smell it. Drink water. Be a Rex in here. Should be a Rex around somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is. This grass freaking crop circle is kind of annoying. Hope they fix that soon. Reminds me of the aloe. Reminds me of early day. We did get reabsorption, but we'll drink water. Don't know if when it's gonna rain. We are prime. We'll stick around here for the most part till Yoda's ready to log on. I think he's got deer and turtle. There's something here. Something of the meat-eating variety. Could be sitting right in there. I'd never even know. They were just laying down in that brush. Our aloes. I'm a little worried about Carnos, because we are a little bit slow right now. Not super worried about raptors. Omnis, like, we won't be able to catch them, but you know, we can outrun aloes all day. Rexes, all the herbivores, except for the Maya. We got to be a little bit careful of Mayas. but for the most part, pretty safe. Full-grown aloes that maybe I don't know if they can pin us. I would think they could. If a full-grown aloe jumps on me, I would think it can pin us, but I'm really not sure. I've never been pounced by one. I'm not really looking to do it for science. We can hold, I think, 2 full-grown omnis on us. I don't know if we can hold 3. Server is pretty populated. Lots of aloes around. He's a cannibal. Probably a Gen 2. Interested in fighting that one. He's too big. He's not full grown, so I'm guessing he's a Gen 2 with cannibal from last life. In a boar. Do I want Dilo friends? Not really. Kind of an all over place build this first go. I'll go up here. Just go see what I see. Mm-hmm. Hmm. That sounded like a big one. of eating baby dinosaurs. Really? That's too big for me to pick up? Whatever. Are you AI? What if there's a croc in the pond? Something in the bushes? You're fine. Oh, no. Here, be quiet. Gun. So I should be able to smell the galley down there. Everybody's eating the Y by the pond. So I'm gonna speed back up, I think. Yo, what's up, Law? Dilo? Dilo's easy, man. I think Dilo is one of the easiest ones to grow. Easy to get food, you're pretty fast. You can avoid all the big predators. Except for like Carno, but you can usually handle one Carno, maybe even two if you're good. I've been killed by 2 Carnos before, and I've also beaten 2 Carnos before. It really depends on who you go up against and where you are. Somewhere like this on the beach, I would use the rocks to mess up their sprints. But, yeah. No, Dilo's pretty good, and you can do some serious damage with Dilo. Like, fast. Just check. Somebody running up behind me. I really should go find a boar. Leave that turtle. That'll draw other players. I feel like the render distance has been broken on the game, unfortunately. It's right here. Can't see the turtle. No, it's right there. That deer is rotten. Yeah, I feel like the render distance has been, like, messed with. Yeah, my render distance is epic, but let me just make sure. Yeah. It's the game's gotten a little weird since they added the Rex and Aloe. They messed up the render distance, especially with the grass. The new grass is being weird. Is this an official server? Yes. EU3. I tend to only play official. I have played unofficial, but I generally stick with official because while there are hackers and mix packing and stuff like that, it doesn't really bother me. I play the game, quote unquote, how it's intended to be played. So if they wanted to stop that, they would put in some type of system. I'm sure they may in the future, but pretty full server. It is a full server, never mind. It's not pretty full, it is full. Yoda should be on pretty soon. He's logged off up there in between my crown. And, he's just a baby. I'm a prime right now. Got my full mutation. I'm gonna entomb and come back and grow up again. Like Gen 2 Dilos are pretty good, but Gen 3 Dilos are nasty. As long as you can just stay away from the big Rexes, you're pretty much okay. I'm not sure. Lawgiver. I'm not sure if you play a lot, but have you ever been pinned, or have you pinned an Aloe, or have you ever been an Aloe and pinned a full-grown Dilo, or have you been a Dilo and been pinned by a full-grown Aloe while full-grown? I'm a little interested because I know that they can weigh like 2.7 ton, so I'm pretty sure a full-grown Aloe can pretty easily pin a Dilo. And I'm, again, prime, so like I'm already up in weight. Full-grown is like 770 kilos. I play almost exclusively unofficial, mostly Whatever server. What percentage of a player base are Rexes? Right now I'd probably say on this server, from what I've seen, maybe 10%, 30% Aloe, probably 10% Dilo, and then I don't know. I've haven't seen any Omniraptors today. I've heard a few, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like right there, I just heard an Omni, but it was a baby. I've heard one other Dilo in like the last 3 hours. What's my weight? 847 kilos. So I guess I could deal with like a 50% aloe, 60. Yeah, I haven't. I've so basically what I have done is I run them until they're almost out of stam. Because usually aloe players, I don't know, for some reason they chase. I think they think they're faster than what they are. Just to like this stance, you look like you're fast as frick, or they're going off of legacy, where aloes were a little bit quicker. But yeah, they tend to chase until they're like out of stam, and then I just bother them because then they use up their stam every time they jump at you, and so I try to get them to jump at you and whatnot. Because players haven't been playing long enough, they tend to misjudge the distance and misclick the hold pounce. So it's pretty easy to run them out of stam to the point where they need to lay down, and then usually I go in and bite them. I've fought in. It's a Rex. I've fought in them a few times to see what they do. And usually they run themselves out of stam or get below that 60%. And then you just kind of keep getting close enough to get them to use that spring attack or to chase, and just slowly run them out of stam and then pick away at them. But I've run into solo aloes who really just do some dumb things. I've had them pin themselves in between because their bleed is nasty. Their bleed will kill you very quickly, especially as a Dilo. You can't 1v1 them. But I've had them like pin themselves between rocks, and just because they can lay down and like stand up and bite instantly, they're really difficult to deal with when they pin themselves in like tight places and just face you. Me and Yoda had one aloe. It was a full grown aloe that we ran out of stam, and he went down to the beach and he pinned himself in between rocks, so we could only attack from one angle. And because he could just stand up and bite at the same time, it made it very difficult. But what I've found is they make a very clear animation that they're going to sit down, and it's very slow for them to, from when they start that animation till they sit down, they can't break that animation. So you have to hit, unlike other dinos where you hit them when they're laying down because it takes time for them to stand up, aloes you have to hit them while they're going down. So it's a little different. So there's a little tip for dealing with aloes if you're fast enough. A Dilo or an Omni, Troodon. That's how I would approach an aloe if I was going to fight them. Bite and get out instantly. Probably easier for the Omni and the Troodon than it is for the Dilo. It's a little cumbersome because they don't have a, they don't turn on their heels. Yeah, I haven't been hit by the aloe swipe. I've done it, and I've really messed up trikes with that swipe because they can't turn fast enough. So if you can get next to them as they're turning and do a left-sided swipe, you can do like a little drive-by swipe on them. And the collision box, on trikes is pretty good. Vice versa for their hitting you with their horns, though. Up to 50. We are entering our top-notch prime. Five swipes can bleed a Rex. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. 4 hits with a Stego can bleed a Rex. Very, very fast. As a Dilo, I can take Rexes up to like 50%. After 50%, they can pin you. So they get a little bit more scary. Can't tail ride the Rex like good old Legacy days. I would try Dilo. I've been having a lot of fun. I used to play Omniraptor a lot, and their bleed has gotten better after the last update. But honestly, Dilo is just they're fast. Their bite is very, very quick. Obviously, you're a little bit of a glass cannon. You're pretty squishy. You can handle a lot of raptors. Like I've dealt with groups of 7 with just one Dilo. As long as you can keep them off you, like, you know, I've had 2 full grown on me, and as long as you can keep that third off you, usually, like, if you get 2 on you, 1 on your back, 1 on the side, just put yourself against a tree, shake them off, and then, you know, use that tree to fight, because every time they come in, you can bite. So, and that's not as cheesy as, you know, go running. I hate when people run into the water. It's such a dumb mechanic. I think they should do something like instead of going into the water, you just fall. You imagine having, you know, a grown up on top of you trying to thrash you and punch you, and your immediate reactions to run to the water. I think the reaction should be when you hit the water and get the swim animation that you fall flat and maybe start drowning. But I don't know how that'll work for the dinos on your back. But, you know, like, and to an extent, obviously, if it's one raptor on top of a full-grown Rex, that shouldn't happen. But, you know, say there's 5 raptors on a full-grown Rex, maybe if he goes into the water, it just, you know, pins him. That would be an option. That's my thought. Because I really hate when people do that. I can deal with the people who sit there with their tail in the water, like on the edge of the swim. Like they get, you know, I've dealt with Rexes that do that. They just put themselves just barely in the water so they're not out, and then they just face and they, you know, they bite. And then they just turn and go into the water when you jump. That stuff really annoys me. I don't mind using the tree, but I don't know. To each his own on how they want to play, I guess. I've kind of just learned to walk away from those situations. server is so full. Where is everybody? Somebody walking on the beach. Rex. I probably have better stam than him. So cheesy. I don't think my clones are getting to him. Oh, the clones are not working. I do not want him sitting down. He's doing the right move, but it is a little bit pathetic. Come on down, bud. He must be really hurt. He's not bleeding out? Is he not bleeding anymore? Oh, he's not bleeding. And he's not envenomated enough anymore. Yeah, he's got his little mouth open now. Where are you gonna go? Yeah, you're big and tough hiding on a rock, bud. Gotcha. Are you kidding? Get back on your rock. Come on. He must be pretty hurt. Oh, he's dead. I got him. Nice. I bled him out. There. That's about as big of a Rex as I can handle. I want the organs inside, please. Game. It's not letting me have them, though. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that Rex is about as big as I can handle. It's about 50% or so. Such a cheesy little spot. He must do that often because he knew exactly where to go. He ran up here and, you know, went for the angles that he's done that before. I've never even walked on this rock before. Well, I'm gonna sit right here. What server? EU3. No screen sniping, please. Oh. Yeah, the clones never really work that good. If you can, like, if they're on the ground, it works fine. But, like, the instant they go up on, like, any angle of a rock or, like, an Omniraptor, they just have to jump up on, like, a storage container. It's like, it just doesn't work. It works good for AI. If you're fighting against, like, a boar or something and you're, like, 50% Dilo, like, you can just bite it, you know, and get your clones to do the rest of the work. We did get rather hurt, though. Yeah, I wish we could see down here. I do miss the heartbeat monitor color change, but... that was fun. That got my heart pumping a little bit. Their feelings are definitely hurt. That's like 4.5 hours, 5-hour Rex. He was probably at like 45%. No, he must have been bigger because it wasn't quite that fast. He was probably like 47 or 48%. His best move, instead of chasing or running up on this rock for defense, is he should have attacked me because he was faster than me, and I think he could have killed me. His biggest mistake was getting cocky and doing like spins on that rock. I was timing it, you know, because he did it once and I was like, okay. And then he did it twice and I was like, all right. And I knew I had like a 2-second window to just launch myself across and get a bite in as I was going by. and, you know, get that venom. I got lucky and got that venom again, and I think that's what really hurt him. I did call my clones in, though, when he was down here. On the ground, the clones are pretty good. But the problem is the clones come in, they fall down, and then they run straight towards. Hello, Yahi. Heart, heart, heart. We got a Rex. I have ruined somebody's morning. Probably started that Rex 4 hours ago. We should be at about prime right now, as mean as we're gonna get. Yeah, I got a Rex down there. I just had a pretty epic fight. He was hiding up on these rocks trying to get away from me. I thought I was playing Rex. No, I'm Dilo. Still raising my Dilo. Yeah. I'm going to complain about the supermarket and attach the receipt. Good. This should be about my prime. No, I guess I'm going to get a little bit better. Weight's good. I gotta shut my heater off. I said it's not like the €1 37 cents she stole from my husband is gonna make a difference, but considering the unemployment level in this country, I am sure you can find someone more capable or respecting. Yeah. Representing you. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good kick in the. Yeah. Yeah, there are plenty of people who would do a better job than her. I did not know the meat turned gray when it's rotten. That's rotten, right? Oh, it is. It totally turns gray now. Oh, that's cool. Is it gray if you rip it off a rotten body as well? Huh. Interesting. You wrote more than YouTube was allowing you to write. Yeah. 150 characters there, Chief. Or what? I don't know how many characters. It's 150, right? Maybe more. I don't know. You wrote a lot. And much detail. Good. Good. Very good. Yeah. This is what it is. I'm already over it. $1.39 or $1.73 they still was not nice. It's more than that. So the wine was only 191 and they charged me 2 bottles of the more expensive and charged an additional Coca-Cola. No, it's more than $1.73. Because the extra Coca-Cola and plus the wine, oh, maybe it is 173. I guess you would probably do the math. Yeah, but you know that 173 is a lunch. Like, you know, they stole a lunch from us. They stole a meal. 173 because the chorizo bread is only 164 and that's lunch. That's an entire lunch. You can eat that and be satisfied. You know, and then if you just have some water in a water bottle, you know, there you go. Boom, 173. So yeah, they stole a lunch, an entire midday meal. So it is kind of a big deal. You go in and, you know, skip lunch, and then, I don't know. It's all rotten. It's not rotten, but... I'm not going to eat him. He's all gray inside and stuff. I can go find something a little fresher. Turtle or something. It's too bad there isn't a Dino, but also a really good thing there isn't a Dino, because that would have been real sketchy running around that little island with a Dino in the water. Turtle. Okay. Yeah, so fighting any Rex bigger than that, you really got to get them to miss that crunch attack that they really like to do. And then after that, you know, go from there. Pipkin. Let's see who's hanging around the pond. There was a small Carno up there. Be interesting to chase him down now. Health is probably almost 100%. Bum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum. They killed these aloes and didn't even eat them. Who would do such a thing? You in there? No. Why would you kill two of them and like not even eat them? Maybe they were chasing after like a herbivore or something. A whole bunch of bodies around here. It's definitely that Carno doing it. Yeah, it is. He's stacking food. Are you killing everybody? Oh, you not hear me? Dealt with that guy farming children. I don't like that. Mean. Don't like that at all. Let's go see what he was doing. Yeah, he was stacking up a whole bunch of bodies over here. Yeah, he's just farming. He had aloe, a Troodon. Yeah, he's not even eating them. He's just like bringing them over here. I don't know what this new obsession is with people with like stashing food. I don't know what that's all about. That's something new. I've never noticed people doing that before. I'm not... I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe they have an alternate account and he's like stashing food here, logging into an alternate account to load in his Dino. I guess if we see a Dino login, we can assume it was him. But like there was two dead over here not eaten, and he just brought two over there, and he's just killing them to kill them because he's not eating them. There's a galley. them out because I don't have a lot of a lot of stam. This. Oh, we might be in trouble. Not bleeding. This is not the spot. Oh, God. Stuck on a tree. And log off for the night. Oops. Shouldn't be able to hear us sleeping in the rain. There's a lot of aloes that just showed up. And dude, the one that I just ran past, I was like, oh my God. This timer is very slow. Alright, safe. Ooh, that was dangerous. Alright, everybody, that's going to do it for right now. The servers are going to go down for like a 15 or an hour, 15 to a half hour, I don't know. But, yeah, we'll be back later with some more something. I don't know what I'm playing later. Alright, everybody, catch you later. Y'all have a good one. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on the bell, check out the link below for Discord tips, tricks, always welcome. If you want to game with me, that's where you can find me. And if you're feeling frisky and free, hit the join button. Love to have you part of that fun crew. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.